Hi Virgo, welcome to your love reading for mid-June to mid-July. That's really funny. I almost said mid-May. I don't know why. So welcome to your love reading, mid-June to mid-July 2019. So this reading is for, I'm already getting messages coming. It's so weird. Like after that full moon last night, so I'm doing this on the 18th of June. After that full moon last night, it's crazy. Like my clairaudience is so ramped up today. Like I can't get them to quiet down. Like quiet down. Stop. I'm trying to focus. So this reading is for the energy of the person that you're bringing into the reading. So this is going to be for your significant other, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, twin flame, soulmate. You could be together. You could, like, it could even just be a crush that you're not even talking to, but you just kind of want to peek into their life and see what's going on. So we'll look at their headspace, heart space, environment, and the energy between the two of you. Now, if you would like to get the extended, it's about like another 20-minute video where I clarify each position with tarot and we can look a little bit deeper into what's going on. You can get it two different ways. You can go to Patreon and subscribe there where you get all of the extendeds and you have an option to get twin flame videos as well because I only do twin flame videos exclusively on Patreon now. And that, or you can go directly to my website. All of that information is in the description box below. If you don't want to subscribe to Patreon, but you still want to be able to get the whole playlist because you want to look at your sun, moon, rising, or the other person's sun, moon, and rising, there is an all playlist option where you can get the entire playlist. Okay? All right. So let's just start up. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what's going on in your person's headspace. It's always so weird to do Virgo love reading. Like, I don't know. It's like, do I really want to know what's going on in my person's headspace? I think he'll tell me if, I think so. Change your focus. Oh. Yeah, in my person's headspace. In your person's headspace is change your focus. This is actually the Five of Cups. I don't know if this is resonating. We'll see. So the Five of Cups is when you're focused on the things that haven't come to pass. The Five of Cups is when you're focused on like this emotional, like you're holding on to the emotions of regret or bitterness or really wanting things to change and look different. The thing is in the traditional tarot, when the Five of Cups card, you can see that there are two cups that are still standing. There are three that are spilled and there are two standing, right? So this person, your person, needs to focus on what they still have in front of them instead of focusing on the things that they don't have or the things that they've had to leave behind. Those three spilled cups, they really need to start focusing on the things that are in front of them because they still have stuff in front of them. But your ego mind will sometimes tell you, well, I guess it's just not good enough since you had to leave this behind or whatever, right? So let's see what's going on in their heart space. Virgo's person's heart space. There it is. Ooh. So we have Master. And this is the double energy. That feels a little bit dark. You could be dealing with a Capricorn energy. I feel like they're trying to master their emotions. I feel like they're trying to, now the devil energy can be obsessive. The devil energy can be like karmic stuff that they're trying to work through because it represents Saturn, you know, and Saturn is Big Daddy Karma. Saturn's also in Capricorn right now, and it's playing off of a lot of different planets right now. So, like it's aspecting different planets right now. So, really interesting that I feel like they're really they're struggling with their shadow side. They're really struggling with their shadow side right now and having to allow them, like pull them, they have to pull themselves out of this. They're having to learn how to pull themselves out of this. It's almost as if it's like, don't repeat the same lesson. that's what their shadow side, or don't repeat the same thing. Don't go back and repeat the same thing, if that makes sense. They're really struggling with their shadow self right now, big time. So let's see what's going on in their environment. For some reason, I feel like things are better than they're seeing them to be. Whoa, okay. That is it. We're going to let this happen. In their environment, there you go. The awaiting results. This is the Seven of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. So they've planted the seeds and they're waiting for the fruition to show up. Now, here's the thing is it almost feels like they've been waiting for a long time, but I almost want to say that is part of what they're having to learn. That's like a lesson they're having to learn about patience. They're having to learn about boundaries. They're having to learn about allowing themselves to plant the seeds and then wait for it to happen. It's like they think that if they plant the seeds now, it's just going to come to fruition just like that. When in reality, it takes time for something to grow. It takes time. It's like if you manifest something, it's not going to come into fruition just like that, right? Sometimes it does. Depends on how well you can manifest stuff. I have actually manifested things that quickly before. But you have to be in the right state of mind, and clearly they're not. If they're in the Five of Cups, they're learning a lesson because they're not in the right state of mind and how to manifest. So let's see what's going on with the energy between the two of you for mid-June, mid-July. All right. Oof, you guys. This is it's so interesting because it doesn't, I don't know. So interesting. All right. So we have feeling alone and detach. This is the Five of Pentacles and the Justice card. So I feel like somebody feels very left out in the cold, and it's probably you, Virgo. You probably feel very left out in the cold, which is funny because Virgos are really good at detaching when they've been left out in the cold. They can just like shut down and be like, yeah, whatever. I mean, if you're going to treat me that way, then this is how I'm going to treat you. Watch. And they shut down, right? But the reason why you're being left out in the cold or there's this lack mentality is because they have a lack mentality. Your person, if you feel like your person has like shut you out, there's a reason for it. Because your person really is not, they're really having to work on some shadow stuff and really having to learn the lessons of that shadow stuff. And it's like if they just sit there and wait for things to come into fruition instead of actually acting on it and doing what they need to do, it's only going to make them feel worse. So in some way, shape, or form, this lack mentality and this detach has to flip-flop. Okay, I'm really interested to see how the extended is going to come out. So again, if you would like to get the extended, you can get it on my website or you can go to Patreon. Also, check out my merchandise. And these necklaces are on sale. They're all handcrafted. Like the silver is literally handcrafted and put onto the crystal. And then the crystal is infused with Reiki energy by me before I send it. Little personal touch to, so then you actually you get to, if you're wearing it, like this has my Reiki energy in it. So the Reiki energy is flowing through me all the time. It's a very, very healing. Crystal quartz is really good at holding in that energy. So that's why I chose this particular crystal. So yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you for your July readings and at the extended. Bye.